What if I told you that everything that happens in the heavens is reflected in your life? That your thoughts, your emotions, your daily actions are actually mirrors of cosmic forces operating beyond the visible? The phrase, as above, so below, is not just a poetic aphorism. It is a law, inscribed in the temples of ancient Egypt, whispered in the mysteries of Eleusis, and guarded within Hermetic texts as one of the most sacred secrets of the universe. But what does it really mean? Is it just a symbol? Or is it a practical key to understanding the hidden workings of reality? The law of correspondence tells us that every plane of existence, spiritual, mental, physical, is interconnected, that the microcosm reflects the macrocosm, and that by observing the small, we can understand the great. By transforming within, we can change the without. In a world constantly seeking external solutions, this truth turns everything upside down. Change does not begin outside of you. It begins within you. In this video, I will guide you on a journey into the heart of this ancient law. We will discover its origins, its hidden meaning, and, above all, how to apply it in your daily life to bring balance, understanding, and creative power. Because if it is true that as above, so below, then every one of your thoughts is a sky shaping the earth. Every one of your actions is a ritual molding the invisible. Are you ready to discover how this universal law truly works? Then open your mind, listen with your heart, and prepare to see the world with completely new eyes. The law of correspondence is one of the 7 fundamental laws of Hermetic thought, enshrined in the legendary text, the Kybalion, attributed to the initiates of the school of Hermes Trismegistus. But its origin is even more ancient. We find it carved in Egyptian temples, in mystical papyri, and even in the inscriptions of medieval alchemists. It is a truth so fundamental that it transcends epochs, cultures, and religions. Always hidden, always present, like an invisible code structuring reality. The principle states, that which is above is like that which is below, and that which is below is like that which is above. A phrase that is much more than a metaphor. For the ancient Egyptians, the pharaoh was not merely a worldly ruler. He was the visible manifestation of the divine principle, the above, incarnated in the below. Every ritual celebrated on earth was an imitation, a faithful replica of celestial actions. The Pythagoreans believed that the universe was a mathematical harmony, and that the cosmos itself, ordered in celestial spheres, was reflected in the human body and soul. The human body as a temple, the heart as the sun, the breath as a cosmic rhythm. In the Middle Ages, European alchemists used the principle of correspondence to understand the relationship between matter and spirit. Transmuting lead into gold was not merely a chemical process. It was the inner transformation of the human being, reflected in the external world. Even in Eastern traditions, we find the same concept. The Tao, the way, flows simultaneously within and without, above and below. The microcosm and the macrocosm are one and the same, contemplated from different vantage points. This ancient wisdom suggests to us that the universe is a mirror, and if we learn to read the symbols of nature, of dreams, of everyday events, we discover that everything speaks to us. Everything responds to us. The real question is not whether correspondence exists, but whether we are ready to see it. In the next segment, I will show you exactly how this principle works, and how, by deciphering what is below, you can intuit and transform what is above, and vice versa. To truly understand the law of correspondence, we must start from a fundamental premise. The universe is not random. It is structured, ordered, intelligent. Everything has a position, a rhythm, an invisible connection with something greater or smaller. Your mind, your body, your emotions, everything that composes you, is the reflection of something that also exists on a cosmic scale. Just as a drop of water contains the same structure as the ocean, so too do you contain, within your microcosm, the same architecture as the entire universe. This is not just a beautiful spiritual image. It is an operational truth. Think about it. When you observe the phases of the moon, the cycles of the seasons, the movements of the stars, you are not merely watching celestial phenomena. You are observing yourself, expressed on another scale of reality. What happens outside, in the above, is an echo of what happens within, and vice versa. If your body becomes ill, it is often because there is a more subtle energetic or emotional disorder. If your life feels blocked, it is possible that the problem does not reside in the external world, but in a thought, a habit, a vibration that resonates in disharmony with the universal order. This is why, in the Hermetic tradition, the true alchemist does not work only on matter. They work on themselves, because they know that by transforming the lower, the dense, the dark, they are actually attuning their being to the higher light. The law of correspondence teaches you how to read the signs. An external conflict may reflect an internal duality. An unexpected gift may reveal an invisible opening within you. A random event may be the perfect mirror of a thought quietly cultivated. There are no disconnected events. There are synchronous reflections between different planes of reality. In the next segment, we will explore in depth how to use this law to decipher hidden messages, modify your inner field, and with it, rewrite your external experience. Now that we understand the structure of this law, let us enter its practical and subtle functioning. Imagine walking through a cathedral. Every sound you make reflects off the walls, creating echoes that return to you amplified or distorted. This is how reality works. It is a living temple of resonance that returns exactly the frequency you emit, but often on another plane. For example, do you cultivate thoughts of scarcity? Life responds with limiting experiences. Do you nurture gratitude? The universe reflects situations that multiply it. Do you treat others with respect and care? The above harmonizes your relationships, often in surprising ways. Here is the key. Every plane of reality is both a mirror and a bridge for the others. This means that you can read what is happening in your unconscious by observing your physical reality. The law of correspondence acts as a spiritual diagnostic tool. What you cannot yet see within yourself manifests clearly outside of you, but it also works the other way around. You can influence higher levels of consciousness by acting on the lower ones. By healing your body, you also purify your thoughts. By organizing your space, you harmonize your mind. By changing your posture, you transform your mood. Each plane has the power to transform the others, because everything is interconnected in a coherent vibrational network. This is why rituals, prayers, symbolic actions work, not because they are magical in a banal sense, but because they operate by correspondence. When you light a candle with intention, you are not merely burning wax. You are awakening inner light. When you trace a symbol, you are not just drawing lines. You are activating archetypes within your psyche and energetic field. Life is not random. It is a network of living correspondences. And when you begin to see it this way, you can finally use this law to co-create your reality, not as a puppet that reacts, but as an initiate who shapes. In the next segment, we will dive into practice, how to use this law daily to receive insights, resolve conflicts, elevate your vibration, and recognize the divine wherever you look. Practical application. Knowing the law of correspondence is a revelation, but to live it consciously is an inner revolution. Here is how you can apply this principle in your daily life to transform your world from the inside out. 1. Observe your reality as a mirror. Begin each day with a question. What is the world reflecting to me right now? A recurring conflict? Perhaps there is an unresolved inner battle. A continuous synchronicity? Perhaps the universe is guiding you with signs. A sense of stagnation? Perhaps it reflects a fear you have not yet faced. This simple observation transforms life into a living oracle. 2. Use symbolism as a tool for transformation. Everything you do can become a ritual. Every gesture can be charged with intention. Light a candle to illuminate a decision. Organize your space to organize your thoughts. Walk in silence to reconnect with your above. Every action in the material plane, if done consciously, activates a reflection in higher planes. 3. Transform within to change without. Instead of trying to alter the external world through effort, start with what you can control, your inner state. Do you want more harmony? Cultivate peace in your heart. Do you want more abundance? Celebrate what you already have. Do you want more love? Practice self-compassion. Correspondence is not magic. It is coherence. 4. Interpret events with symbolic awareness. When something important or strange happens, ask yourself, what does this represent for me? A sudden malfunction of an object may reflect an emotional blockage. A person returning to your life may bring an unfinished message. A repeated number may be a vibrational call from your higher self. Become a reader and interpreter of everyday symbols. 5. Create moments of vertical alignment. Each day, take a moment to place yourself at the center between above and below. Feet firmly rooted to the earth. Heart open. Inner gaze turned upward. Breathe. Visualize a stream of light descending from above and expanding from below. You are the bridge. You are the channel. You are the point of correspondence. The law of correspondence does not ask you to escape the world. It asks you to transfigure it from within, to transform every gesture into a sacred act, every thought into a creative act, every moment into an invitation to divine presence. In the next and final segment, we will summarize what we have explored, and I will leave you with a reflection that can forever change the way you look at the world. As above, so below. As within, so without. It is not just a phrase to meditate on. It is a lens to wear, a code to apply, a path to rediscover the hidden meaning of everything. Now you know that the reality you live is not separate from you. It is a living response to what you think, feel, believe, and ignore. Every event that happens in the material world can be read as a spiritual message. Every thought you cultivate can become a silent prayer that touches the heavens. When you truly embrace the law of correspondence, you realize that there is nothing ordinary about life. Everything is a symbol. Everything is a sign. Everything is connected. Heaven is not far away. Heaven is reflected in your heart, in your eyes, in your choices. And when you consciously change what is below, you alter the frequency through which the above speaks to you. When you elevate your thinking, your feeling, your actions, the entire universe resonates with you. Your life is a temple. Your body is a microcosm. Your spirit is a spark of the all. And everything you do, every word you speak, is a vibration reflected in the invisible worlds. Remember, do not seek God far from you. Seek Him in the secret correspondence between what you live and what you are. The world is no longer something to be changed. It is something to be revealed. And you have just received the key.